too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen.
Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, the Flats, Bobby Dodd Stadium, home of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and the Ramblin' Wreck, hoping to rev up that engine. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a team from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Yellow Jackets will get us started with the opening kickoff. Coming out with it, it's Martin. Makes a move. He's got an alley. Can they catch him?
What a great punt return. You can see the wheels. You can see the speed. You think he's going to get in the end zone. Just gets inside the 5-yard line. Great return.
The give. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
It doesn't start much better than this. You want to get the juices going. You want to get the ground game going. How about first play, run the football right down their throat and get the touchdown?
And they told us, David, they wanted to come into this game and establish the line of scrimmage. They wanted to exert themselves as the more physical unit throughout this contest, and you saw a phenomenal push up front and then great open field running by that guy taking it the distance.
Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Racing to the right. Touchdown, Penn State! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. First down here for the offense. Quarterback checking the play. Scanning the field, it's King. Steps away to find some room. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was...
He wants to go deep. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. Still running at the 40. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, he was rolling to... Because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Quarterback on the keeper. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Great play by the defensive back, showing you his variety of skills. His ability to turn the hips, his speed running downfield, turning his head to locate the football and then swatting it away. You just can't do it better.
This defense will try to keep everything in front. Throws to the wideout. And the ball is intercepted. Looking for more room. Strikes the blow. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He breaks a tackle. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch. As you saw in that last play, getting a 1st down.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
Tackled after picking up the 1st down. And the Yellow Jackets racing to the line in the hurry-up. From the red zone, looking for a space. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After misfiring, it's 2nd down. They'll run the option. And not even a chance to pitch it as he is slammed down in the backfield.
This is 3. 3rd down coming up.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. Back to throw, it's King. Fires to the wideout. And he intercepts it. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Back to the ground with the running back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Looking to scramble. He takes a chance and fires it across the field. And the ball is picked off. Bringing it back. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Using his legs, it's Alexander. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up. And they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on third down. Trying to get to it. That's caught. It's Haynes. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. It's fourth down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And it's right down the boulevard.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Homer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
To the air, it's Aller. Dances away. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
Man, that is just great awareness by the big fella up front defensively. He did a good job just reading the quarterback's eyes. He knew where he was going with the football, and he's like, hey, these interceptions, they're not just for the little fast guys. Us big guys can get it done too.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. He's looking to pass. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback. To drop, he's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the connection. They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. The Yellow Jackets will come to the line to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Pushes ahead. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to throw, it's King. Moving away from pressure. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Singleton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice? He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. Suddenly, after that last big play, they're on the move. 1st and 10 from the 44. He's going to pass. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
And this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. At the 40, there he goes. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. They'll throw it on 1st down. Moves away as he feels pressure. From the comfort of the pocket, he fires it to the right. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this 2nd half, lined up for an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the 2nd half, those 2 turnovers in the 1st.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step 1, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
Feeling some heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs. Offense getting set for 1st down. Pulls and fires complete. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not...
And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the 2nd half. And on the very first play of the 3rd quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
They get to him as he throws. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boy, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up for the 1st down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
They'll try the left side. They make the stop at the 19 after a pickup of 5.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
Penn State, 14, Georgia Tech, 10.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. The back goes in motion. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. It doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Makes the catch. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. This Nittany Lion defense has just been suffocating. The front 7 has been dominant. Guys like Jack Ham would be proud.
Yeah, just big, physical, just owning the guys up front. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Penn State.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
Listen, I love when my quarterback gets outside the pocket. I got an opportunity to make a huge play. But when it's not there, now I want him to make the simple play. Throw it away. Don't.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
And how about the defense? They're trying to end this thing themselves. You got to lead. You're in a good spot. 2 sacks in a row, now forcing a 4th down late in this football game.
Looking for the score. It's complete. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. From his end zone, he'll go up top. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that one got away from the quarterback. They've got the lead, but it's not by much. You just can't make mental mistakes like that. The football never...
Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. And they only need a field goal, and they have to manage the time wisely here.
Yeah, I think you want to manage the clock, Reese. Be smart with your timeouts.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Looking to throw, it's Aller. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Going up top on 1st down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He's taking the deep shot. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his finger.
How nice is it as a defense when you've got a corner that can play on an island and be as dominant as this guy has been all game long? Just saw another right there. Breaking on the ball and knocking it away.
Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Throws to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
This late in the game, 4th quarter, go time. We got to make plays. We got to go to those things. Well, we can't waste too many more downs. I know it's 3rd down coming up, but we got to put this thing in full throttle.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Quick completion on the out. At the 45 on its way. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Trying to burn this defensive back. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it.